Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and today I'm driving a 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 4MATIC SUV. That's a mouthful. But in this video, we're not going to make it a mouthful. I'm going to get straight to the point. So I'm going to show you the exterior, the interior, talk to you about some driving impressions, show you what's new this year with GLC as well, and tell you, well, kind of my issues with it. It hasn't been as amazing as weak as you think it would be with the Mercedes-Benz. I thought I'd be blown away. And I just find so many little things that drive me nuts. I'll put that in this video as well. Okay, while editing this video, I noticed my exterior footage got deleted somehow. So here we'll use the manufacturer's exterior footage. This is driving through, I don't know, somewhere in Europe. But it looks pretty cool scenery. So I like the overall design of this Mercedes-Benz. I think it really is elegant, but not overly, in your face as some of the other luxury brands doing, like BMW with their beaver teeth on their front grille. But it's got a nice kind of sloped look. It's a little bit, it comes off a little bit smaller as you can see it drive around, but it still looks pretty sporty. And yeah, lots to like about it, and lots to like with this footage. I just saw this. I got to keep playing this because going through water and going off road. Come on, this always makes a lot of people watch more videos. I mean, look at this. This is pretty cool as it goes through that. So yeah, like I said, I think it's a pretty cool design. I just had some other issues with it, but wow, that's cool. All right, let's get back to the video. Okay, out here in the road, we have the 255 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque with this 2.0 liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. It's a mild hybrid. It has a battery component as well, and so it combines the gasoline engine with the battery, and so the electrical power makes sure you have smoother power off the line, smoother power delivery when you're passing. And also, if the engine start-stop comes on, which is a feature in this vehicle as well, where it turns off the engine, it stops stop signs and starts it up again after you leave a stop sign, that's much smoother with a hybrid system, so no really concerns there. 23 city, 31 highway, 26 combined mile per gallon. I've driven, we did a couple-hour road trip, but I got about 27, 28 was kind of my number in that range. I'm going to go ahead and get up speed here and set the cruise control, hopefully. I have so much to want to say. So Mercedes-Benz says that they've really improved the system in this, where it's dynamically designed chassis, or new 4-link front suspension and multi-link rear suspension. And the standard suspension arm provides a high level of suspension, ride and noise comfort, agile handling, and driving enjoyment. Interesting. Not sure I agree. The wind resistance is most aerodynamically favorable configuration. The minimum drag coefficient of 0.29. It's pretty good. Noise control. Even at the higher level, the GLC is a pleasantly quiet vehicle. The refined sound signature, very low road and wind noise. All acoustic measures jointly contribute to the welcome home atmosphere that is typical of Mercedes-Benz. I think I have a window open. I don't know. I just, I suppose it's all right in here. I've been in quieter Mercedes-Benz vehicles, so I'm not sure what I'm missing with this, but apparently I'm missing a lot because I'm not getting what the press release tells me I'm supposed to get. So there's lots of safety features like active drive distance assistant, active driving assist, traffic sign assist, and new parking package with 360-degree camera. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. Some of those systems do work pretty decent, and the interesting thing is the traffic sign assist and also traffic lights. It shows up on the center screen. So I'll flip around and I'll show you those details in just a moment. Oh, this made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, and you have the 4MATIC, which is the all-wheel drive system. I do have the optional summer high-performance tires, which maybe that makes a difference. The AMG wheels, like we talked about the exterior, and yeah. Okay, I brought it back to the house because I wanted to check out this interior. It's better to do in the lighting of the garage. You can see this blue lighting here. This looks pretty good. I actually really like this, and it's on the fans as well. Blue kind of signature lighting going all the way around. Kind of get a nice look, kind of all blends together, and the overall look of the interior. But we have heads-up display there. We probably can't see some of the bug guts. And then this is your screen here. One of the things that you'll hear me talk more about in this video, let me get my camera in the right spot, is all of the sliders. So this is a slider screen. So you take your finger and you kind of go back like this and go back and forth. See different screens, consumption, audio sources, map, all that kind of stuff. Over here is your cruise control, and again, this is a setting button. Increase, decrease speed, and then you have distance as well over there. We have your shifter here, little small shifter, which I'm fine with, and then the wiper control is here. It's kind of nice, small shifter. Opens up room over here. We'll talk more about that in a second. This is your home screen for this infotainment system. Again, slider for the volume and voice controls for there and the phone as well. This is the engine start stop. Engines there and auto the start stop button there too. So it's interesting. This turns on the engine, and this disables the start stop when you're at stop lights and things like that, where it turns the engine off to save a little fuel. This is the home. You have the screen here. This is the home screen, which is just interesting. You have little pockets of buttons, so you can click here. That's your navigation. Click devices. You can go back and forth there, and then you can go induction, zero layer, which is, I don't know. So yeah, and so get rid of that, and there's that powerful navigation screen. So this is the information as far as the screens. By holding the home symbol, you can change your home screen. Okay, so I can have little things like that, icons like that, and then zero layer. There's a dock, gives you direct access tailored to you, and then modules in a dock. How to use a dock, and then so I can press this, press it again. Isn't that what that said? Press that, press. Oh, then I lost my information. Oh, this system it kind of drives me nuts. And then you have store, app, settings, comfort. Interesting with comfort is we have seat kinetics, where we'll actually do some sort of like a quasi wannabe massage, and then we have heating settings. And then one thing you'll hear me talk about later in the video is trying to get my seat right. So I did this because I've been messing around with the seat buttons a lot and changing the seat quite a bit, and I can't get a good seat. So I thought, well, all right, I'll use the system. I'll put my height in, and I'll start positioning. So this is positioning, so I'm moving my back backwards. This is going up. My feet are going all the way in, and now I'm going up. So, yeah. I'm almost touching the roof here, and my legs are off the ground, and I'm just like, this is the most uncomfortable position I've ever been in. Like, I'm laid back like this. I can't imagine driving like this. Not happening. So then I'm gonna press that. Maybe I go back on that one. Okay, that takes me sort of back. All right, so this is what I've been able to accomplish. I still feel like I'm gonna hit my head, and I still feel like I don't know, it just still doesn't feel right. Like, look at my wrists are so far above. Your wrist should be right here in the vehicle, and I'm like this because my back and my head rest, and I'm just not a fan of this at all. Seam position. Another thing I'm kind of just like frustrated about is this right here. So you can see I brought a glass with me because you can see all this ambient lighting in here and all this storage. And so if I were to take my sunglasses, for example, and put them in here, and go in here, and then I go up, and then that's a wireless charger back in here, and then USB's back in here. Then I have this little space here, which I'm not sure what to do with. And then the cups, when you get a cup, you see that little thick tray that comes out? So you can't set the cup in. You have to put the cup over. So it's something you get used to as an owner. I don't know. I just don't understand why can't I put the cup in. And I'm trying to get my hand in there. That USB back in there, like, that's my hand all the way back. I can't get anything in there. And then this thing is kind of useless because if you use this at all, you're gonna have that closed or open. And then this is so big here. Let me get out and show you this, because it's hard to kind of see. If I can get out. Let's see. Yes, vehicle shutting off, shut down occurs. Okay, yeah. All right, let me just get out. That's enough. Okay. So that's my seat the way it says it wants to be. The other one was way higher. Kind of weird situation, but see how big this is? I mean, it's right next to the accelerator gas pedal, and it just takes up so much room, and I don't understand it. Like, if my shifter's here, I'm a drive-by wire kind of system, why do I need this big of an area in here. Why the transmission hump can't be that big? That's got to be a design thing. I don't understand why it's got to be so big. I just again, I'm mystified by this a little bit. And I'll try to see. I'll try to get in here. It's in my seat position. All right. We have some carbon fiber here, and what I just don't understand is it just doesn't. I don't know. Just doesn't sound right to me. We have some storage in here. There's a wire was hooked up, and then a little bit of storage there. So I'd use that storage there probably more often than I'd use this here, because again, not sure about that one. There's our blue lighting there as well, and then you can open this by back, yeah, and then if you got to hold it though. So come on, or can I double tap it? Maybe then it goes. Okay, I think I maybe got that figured out. It's just not very intuitive at all. And then getting out. And one of the things I was really surprised about was it's pretty loud. Yeah, it's pretty loud as far as it's running. I was surprised by that too. I'd expect it to be a little bit quieter maybe. I don't know. Things I expect, things I don't get. So we're going to turn this off because I want to show you the rear. My son was back here playing around with it last night trying to figure out what this is. So, like, it's not a cup holder. It's an iPad holder maybe? And like, so there's no cup holders back here except for what's in the door for people back here. There are some vents, but we were trying to figure out, he's had a drink last night, trying to put it in the cup holder, and no cup holder. So the only cup holder you have is in the doors, and if you have like a fast food soda or something with the little plastic lid, that's not going to be possible to do that. You're not going to have that in there. So real fast, I want to go over the details. 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLC 300 4MATIC. You can see it's just retail price $49,100. We have black headliner, metal weave center console, and metal weave trim. That's all included. We have the driving assistance package, night package, and the AMG line, pinnacle trim, and our total retail price $66,240. So those are the details on this. But I'll show you one last thing that kind of, well, they got my attention. And I was really kind of surprised about. I don't know if I can do it in here because this thing. So let's try it. So this goes really tall. I need to set this. It's like just stay, because this goes hit the garage door. But this was my thought process. Like golf clubs, a 2-row SUV. I should be able to put golf clubs sideways. That's about the best I can do. And then because my driver and my furry friend guy is kind of stuck up in here, you have to grab from the back to get it out. Like, then I don't know. I end up doing like this because, exactly, see? I'm just going like that because that made more sense to me than trying to do sideways. And we had 3 of us in a road trip, and we ended up putting on those seats there because 3 of us trying to get golf clubs in here didn't fit, which just, there's room. I don't know why we didn't fit. And then when you have this seat folded down forward, like if I press that button, the seat goes down, the center screen, every time you get in, alerts you that that seat is not latched. Why? Why alert me? I don't care if that seat's latched or not. I don't even know in the center console. So yeah, there's plenty of room here, and there's some room here, but I don't understand why there can't be just a little more room across in a 2-row SUV. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the driving on this vehicle, and I'll tell you more things that kind of, well, bugged me about it. Get down to the nitty gritty. What's my beefs? That's always the big topic conversation. You know, I think this vehicle looks good on the outside. It really does. I looked at it at night and during the day, and the overall design and exterior really stands out. I really like the dark blue with this kind of really deep orange, kind of reddish interior. It really pops when you look at it. It starts with the inside for me. It's all about inside stuff. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. That's what I kind of feel like as a journalist, because I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I'm missing the boat somewhere, and there's several key things. First of all, I've been playing with the seat and a lot, like a really lot, and I can't get a position that I really like. Either the front bolster is up too much, or it's down too much, or it's back, or whatever. I've been in other Mercedes-Benz, and I've been able to find good seating position. And this one, I can't. It just doesn't fit me. That's what I want to say. I'm 5'7", I'm north 200 pounds. It just doesn't fit me, and I just don't like the way the dash is laid out, because it feels like I'm in a very tight cockpit. And maybe it's just I've been driving trucks too long. I like the bigger room of a truck, and I just don't understand why this isn't just laid out better on the interior, as far as more hip room, more space. And then I can't, like I said, I can't get a good seat. And then what the other thing drives me nuts is I turned on the entry exit of the seat, so that way it's supposed to move the seat back, move the steering wheel up, so you can get in and out easier. In this case, it moves the seat forward. So obviously I'm missing something there. I've done the seat set buttons 3 or 4 different times. I can't get it to hold the set button. It just doesn't work. The cooling. Oh, I was so upset last night. We were at my son's soccer game, and I turned on the AC as cold as I could, and I put it on auto, and it wasn't cooling the cabin. And so I had to put it back on manual mode and turn the fan up all the way to get some cool air out of this cabin. Now, what's interesting though is we sat and parked and left the AC on, and I swear to God, the cabin got warmer. Like, unless I started driving, it doesn't cool down, which I don't understand. I've been in many different vehicles that if you sit there and idle with them, you still get nice and cool. I'm missing this. I also don't understand where the cooling comes from the footwells. So right now I have an auto, and I have these 3 fans up top. There's 5 of them, kind of blowing different directions. I have nothing on my feet. In auto, like, you would think that it would do, the entire cabin would be keeping cool that way, and it just doesn't. I don't love the sliders. Like I showed you the interior video. I don't love these sliders. Like, it's hard to turn down the volume and get it to where you want to be if you're driving, because you have to look over at it and you have to play around with the volume. On the steering wheel, it's a volume gauge as well. That's frustrating. Oh, and there's no cooled seats. Like, $66,000, and maybe it's another package I totally missed, but can't get cooled seats. And we roasted yesterday. It was 102 degrees watching the soccer game, and with these leather seats and stuff, we just went outside. It was actually more comfortable being outside in the heat than it was inside the Mercedes-Benz, which is just shocking for me to say, because again, I'm probably completely missing something, but I don't like the OK controls. I don't like the screen layout. I can't see the dash that well because of my steering wheel setup. I did do it's got a seat adjustment for people of my height. I've done that. Still doesn't work out that great. I don't find that it's, agile. It's fairly comfortable, but I don't find it's anything that, I'd really write home about. I mean, the performance is okay. I don't think that the horsepower and torque numbers really are enough for a vehicle of the size. I think it could be a little more powerful, a little more fun to drive. Even in sport mode, it's not that amazing to drive. I've had nothing but challenges with the Mercedes-Benz user experience, the big screen. I find it fairly distracting. I find it difficult to use. I did navigation the other night to get somewhere, and it was like 2 buttons to turn it off. I had to go hit the button again, go into the settings. There's a really small X in the corner that's a little difficult to see on the big screen. And I'm like, why not just make it bigger? Why isn't there just a big button that says end route, done? I mean, I just don't think that it has to be that complex. And I don't have digital rear mirror. I don't understand why that's not an issue. I don't like the slider here as well with the closing the shades on the sunroof. You're sitting there holding it like this, trying to get the slider to close all the way. It's kind of ridiculous. They're just, I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments. I just feel like there's just some basic practical things in this vehicle that are big misses for me. Seating position, getting set up where you want to be, overall width of my hip room in the seat, the overall storage setup here, the user experience, the sliders everywhere, the okay driving experience. Like, this is like separated concrete here, and I can just feel every bump. It's not as quiet as I expected it to be. Again, I like the way it looks, But when it comes to execution, I just find a lot to be desired. And you know, maybe I'm missing something. That's the only thing I can think about this entire week is I'm missing something. There's clearly something that I'm not seeing. Yeah. Anyways, put your comments down below. What do you guys think? Other videos over here, website down below as well, pickuptrucktalk.com. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you down the road.